Hello and welcome to this session. I am Jose Serrano, the Startup Program Manager at Catalonia Trade&Investment in the Republic of Korea. We are the agency for business competitiveness of the government of Catalonia. Catalonia is the most economically developed region among the 17 autonomous communities of Spain. Barcelona is the capital city of this region, and it may be called the startup capital city of Spain. In this session, I would like to share with you the opportunities that the ecosystem can offer to you and how our agency can support your success in Europe. This presentation will address two questions: why Barcelona is one of the most balanced places in Europe to start and grow a global business in the digital sector, and how the government of Catalonia is supporting the ecosystem with a clear focus on the open innovation. Firstly, let me share shortly some facts about Spain, Catalonia, and our agency. Spain and Korea are very similar countries in terms of population and GDP. Spain is the 13th largest economy in the world and the 5th largest economy in the European Union, with a GDP worth of 1.4 trillion USD. In Spain, the annual growth rate is growing in positive values since 2014. And for 2019, it is estimated at 2% of our GDP. An excellent example of the health of our economy is the diverse Spanish companies that are included in Global 2000 Forbes 2019. Spanish companies are leaders in several sectors, such as banking, communications, energy, construction, or pharma. Let's take a look into the region of Catalonia. We count with 7.6 million people, being almost 65% located in the Barcelona metropolitan area. Catalonia represents 16% of the total Spanish population, and its GDP is 20% of the Spanish total GDP. Our leading industrial sectors are food, chemical, motor vehicle, energy, and pharma. The industrial economy and the robust innovation ecosystem shape Barcelona as a global startup hub in Europe. Catalonia Trade&Investment is the public agency of the government of Catalonia for foreign investment and business competitiveness. We promote internationalization, innovation, trade and funding of Catalan companies and startups. Since 1987, we connect Catalonia to the world with a team of more than 570 people that, through a network of 40 overseas offices, are covering more than 100 markets. Here you can see our network of offices around the world. Among our 40 locations, 10 offices are specialized in innovation, and 5 offices are involved in entrepreneurship. We count with teams in the leading hubs, like Silicon Valley and Boston in the USA, London, Paris and Berlin in Europe, Tel Aviv in Israel, and Seoul in Korea. Here, we started our activities in 2012. Currently, our team has 5 members, led by our director, Lee Hyun. We have large expertise in many industries and areas, and we collaborate with diverse public and private entities from Korea. Now that you know more about Catalonia and about our agency, I want to talk about the startup ecosystem. In Barcelona, startups find a competitive environment with a business mindset, excellent technological and scientific infrastructure, local and international talent, and of course, a high quality of life. So, what are the driving forces behind Barcelona's startup dynamism? Well, I will answer the question reviewing 5 rankings from different media where Barcelona is outstanding among the cities in Europe. Spain has a thriving startup ecosystem, with Madrid and Barcelona consistently ranked in the top 10 of European startup hubs. It must be taken into consideration that Spain's ecosystem is decentralized with 2 significant hubs, Barcelona and Madrid, when we compare Spain's startup ecosystem with countries with only one main hub, such as Germany, Berlin, and Ireland, Dublin. Both Barcelona and Madrid rank as top European tech hubs in terms of the number of startups. However, Barcelona ranked much higher in comparison to other Spanish cities in terms of investment. According to the Mobile World Capital's latest Startup Ecosystem Overview, Spanish startups raised over 1.3 billion euros in 2018, surpassing the 1 billion benchmark for the first time. While Madrid-based startups signed 46 deals and raised a total of 342 million euros, Barcelona startups hit a total of 871 million euros raised via 66 rounds, making up 66.4% of all investments in Spain. Barcelona is a reference in the smart cities movement, leading the world with their outstanding initiatives. Beyond that, the city is a multicultural city boosting creativity. Catalan culture, architecture, and history have developed its own unique and universal identity over the centuries. The quality of life in this vibrant Mediterranean city goes hand in hand with quality services catering to the needs of all startups. Catalonia's capital offers an incredible lifestyle to anyone living there, proving why Barcelona is attracting founders from all around the world and ranking as the third favorite funding site of entrepreneurs. The access to high-quality tech talent is a crucial factor for the growth of a startup. Barcelona is the fourth city in Europe in attracting most investment per professional developer. Overall, Barcelona lies fifth in the European League of Startup Hubs, behind cities such as London, Berlin, Paris, and Amsterdam. There is a positive momentum in the attraction of funding and the development of international connections in the ecosystem. These factors are creating a perfect environment for the growth of your startup. Let's take a look into the members of the ecosystem and into the latest investment trends. The big picture of our startups shows that more than 40% of our startups work in the ICT, health, and services sectors. And more than 64% of our startups work with Industry 4.0 related technologies. Barcelona's rising stars are disrupting every vertical: PropTech, FinTech, health, mobility. Additionally, over 40 incubators and accelerators with international mentors are helping entrepreneurs get their ideas off the ground. Among the ecosystem, I want to mention the support from the public entities and the non-profit organizations of Barcelona. Entities like Barcelona Activa, the Barcelona City Council's local development agency, and Barcelona Tech City, a private non-profit organization, and of course our agency. We are all working together to boost entrepreneurship in the region and to foster the competitiveness of the members. Regarding investment trends, Catalonia-based startups raised almost 2,800 million euros from 2015 to 2018, driven by rounds larger than 10 million euros. Foreign-based investors are involved in 74% of the highest rounds. Leading venture capital funds from all sides of the world, Europe, Asia, USA, such as Rakuten, Mangrove, Northstone, are just a few of those ones to have invested in Catalonia. In Barcelona, there is also a strong implication from national and international corporates in the ecosystem. Companies like Nestlé, Telefónica, or Sanofi have brought different programs to Barcelona in the latest years. Wida, created by Telefónica, works with mature technology-based startups. And HealthU, a program by Sanofi aimed at startups that provide innovative solutions in the health field. In Spain, the entrepreneurship took off a few years ago, but much later than in the United States, where the Silicon Valley boom took place in the 90s. We can consider that there are 4 unicorns in Spain, being 3 of them founded in Barcelona. The first one is eDreams, the online travel agency founded in 1999. The second one is LetGo, a platform for buying and selling second-hand products among users founded in 2015. It is currently based in the United States, but its team remains in Barcelona. And recently, Glovo, the fast-growing on-demand delivery company, has raised 150 million euros in a Series E funding, becoming the latest unicorn in the city. Beyond these companies, there are several promising centaurs and dozens of ponies. Regarding the exits, merger acquisitions by foreign companies represent 94% of the total. For example, Samsung Electronics acquired in 2018 the startup C-Labs, known for its artificial intelligence-based network and service analytics, to further enhance Samsung's 5G capabilities.
All the startups that succeed have one thing in common: networking. Building meaningful relationships allows for a fast and sustainable path to success. In a recent interview, the Minister of SMEs and Startups of the Republic of Korea, Park Young-sun, mentioned the importance of connecting to global markets from the beginning of a startup. Our agency wants to be a bridge for you to connect to Europe.
Spain is one of the European countries with the highest number of co-working spaces in Europe. There are currently 139 spaces in the country. When talking about co-working spaces in Barcelona, special mention must be made of Pier 1, one of the largest spaces in Europe. Located in a historic building in the Barcelona harbor, Pier 1 houses nowadays more than 100 startups, 1,000 workers, as well as incubator and accelerators. Big corporations have there their innovation hubs. Companies like Gas Natural, SEAT, CaixaBank, Visa, or Samsung. Pier 1 organized a significant number of workshops, conferences, and meetings to create synergies with international investors and local entrepreneurs. Barcelona is your gateway to Europe, Latin America, and the Mediterranean cities. It has one of the top airports in Europe in terms of low-cost connections. From Barcelona, startups can easily connect to other thriving hubs worldwide. They access international congresses and events and keep in touch with new investors around Europe. Not only Barcelona is the mobile world capital, but also many international congresses and fairs, as well as hundreds of tech events, are held every year in the city. From video games to big data, from design to IoT, having top conference in Barcelona helps to give access to business, to potential partners, and to the latest trends and knowledge. Barcelona is the right place to build your network.
Our agency, through the Startup Catalonia business unit and the network of overseas offices, aims at act as a catalyst for the ecosystem. With a broad portfolio of services and programs, we provide support to startups located in Catalonia, international startups interested in tapping into the ecosystem, and of course, to corporates and investors.
We provide support to international startups through our inbound program, Road to Barcelona, an opportunity to scale up in Europe with a 3-month program. We can also assist you during the different fairs hosted in the city. If you are a corporate or an investor, we also prepare custom-made services for technology scouting year-round. The Barcelona and Catalonia Startup Hub is a comprehensive directory that identifies each startup with relevant information about their activity, funding stage, and business model. For startups that are based in Catalonia, we provide outbound programs to Silicon Valley and Boston, for example. We organize missions to the most relevant fairs in the world, TechCrunch, 4 years from now. We provide access to financing advisory, as well as personalized support from a network of 60 mentors. Beyond that support, startups located in Catalonia have access to financing by public entities of Spain and the European Union through different grants, loans, and programs that can match their stage of growth, their sectors, or technologies. As an example, I would like to introduce the startup DNX. This Korean startup participated in the first edition of our program Road to Barcelona. In this video, the startup wants to show their experience.
Globally, we were selected by Catalonia Trade&Invest this year and used office space at Pier 01 to promote our solution throughout Catalonia and Spain. Even though the Mobile World Conference 2020 was cancelled, our global marketing and technical teams traveled to Barcelona to meet with many potential partners. In Spain, we met with many interesting parties, including major hospitals like Sant Pau and some of the largest teleassistance companies in the country. The feedback was extremely positive, especially regarding the high granularity of information our solution provides compared to competitors. We've become a member of the Barcelona Health Hub, which is a thriving health-related networking and business promotion organization, and are in advanced discussions about setting up our Spanish branch in its serviced office space. Through this international journey, we've learned a lot about our target markets and received great feedback. We are now on the verge of setting up a branch in Barcelona and are looking to expand to Italy and Portugal in the near future as part of our European marketing strategy. DNX hopes that every elderly person, no matter their situation or location, can receive the best care possible.
After this presentation, you could see that the government and the public entities are playing a key role in boosting the community. There is no reason why Barcelona should be aiming for being the next Silicon Valley. Barcelona, it has its own unique strengths and its own opportunities that we are focusing on instead.
Barcelona's startup ecosystem is already tackling the challenge of the future: digital transformation, sustainable mobility, aging population, urban concentration. Our goal is to reach the 4,000 startups, 400 scale-ups, and 15 unicorns in the next decade. You can be part of the building this future. The reason why Barcelona truly feels like Spain's #1 startup hub is because there is where most of the country's startup activity is concentrated. The unwavering spirit of innovation that has characterized the city long before technology came into the picture empowers a collaborative community that would be hard to find anywhere else. The fact that the capital invested in Barcelona has nearly doubled since 2017 means that the ecosystem is developing and becoming more and more mature. Barcelona is becoming a force to reckon with on a European level.
That brings me to the end of my presentation. I really appreciate having this opportunity to share the ecosystem with you. If you want to get a copy of this presentation or you just want to know more about Catalonia, please feel free to reach us. I hope to see you in Barcelona in the future. But in the meanwhile, let me take you to Catalonia right now with the next video. Enjoy it.
I imagined a style of architecture that, imitating nature, had no straight lines, where one could create a huge building with 1,000 tiny fragments, where inspiration could come from any dream, where architecture connected art and technique, creativity blended with precision, and it was always focused on the future. I imagined a land where everything was possible, a land where whatever its people imagined could become true thanks to talent and endeavor. This land is mine. It is Catalonia. It is creativity, innovation, research, commitment, education, and hard work. A land open to the world and to the challenges facing the future. Mixing entrepreneurial spirit and strategic vision with an open mindset and an ability to adapt to change. A land based on a strong industrial past and present, with a dynamic and innovative business community whose sights are set internationally, with a huge diversity of sectors, a powerful network of businesses, and a startup ecosystem with great growth potential. Attractive for international trade and with top quality infrastructures that connect to the whole world. A land that embraces the industry of the future, and a perfect place to make both small and big ideas come alive. With a top-class educational system that favors knowledge exchange between people from different backgrounds and skills, and a highly skilled labor force, as well as research, development, talent, creativity, innovation, and work capacity. And with a capital to beat all capital cities. Barcelona, a benchmark for the avant-garde, for dynamism and modernity. This is my land, Catalonia, where both the land and the people, day after day, never cease to imagine a better future.